Good morning, everybody. Today, I just got back from my dad's. I got a load of dry cow hay brought home again, and right now I'm out of round bales for the dairy cows. I fed the last of them up a few days ago. So right now, to feed them, I got to throw some out of the hay barn here up on top of the barn, some small squares, and haul out for them out to the pasture with the skid steer. And we got a semi-load of big square dairy hay coming in today. So we'll have that coming, we'll unload that. So we got a bunch of stuff going on. Hopefully we'll get some good video of that today.
Justin can put the hay in.
Hold him.
Oh. Oh, stop. No. And that's why I hold it. This is the counter. Scale 4,400. Turn. 1.
When I was a kid, when we just had the horses at home, we used to put some square bales in the wintertime on the sleigh. And Papa would drive the horses through the pasture, and then I had to cut the bales and drop the sheets of hay off the back as we went for the horses to eat.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun. And I got a little sleigh ride.
Trying to learn about how to cut hay, Dad.
Yep.
4.
Papa might have cut the bales first. I don't remember. I think he probably cut the twines and then I dropped them off. All right, I'm going to move over to the other feeder. Yep, it'll be plenty. I don't want to put any extra out here than I have to, or the deer will just eat it all. The hay the dairy hay that we got coming today, the semi-load, that's going to be big square bales, which will be kind of nice because with the amount of deer that come out here and eat when the cows aren't out here, I'll be able to just put out the amount of hay that the cows need for the day and not be feeding it all to the deer, because right now hay is really expensive to buy. So the last thing I want to do is feed half of it to the deer. So the big squares will be kind of nice. I've got a wagon over there for feeding cows. I think I might get that out of the snow and use that instead of putting it in each feeder. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but otherwise I'll carry it up here and put it in these feeders. But I think that wagon might work a little better because I can pull the wagon right over to where the hay will be piled and put in what I want.
Dad, I'm sure I can make it over that snow.
Yeah, I can carry it.
Okay, I'll just leave it there.
Connor, he's going to come over with his skid steer. That's the kid that helped in that video we had where the shed caved in. His mom and dad have a skid loader. Mine's not new enough to run these bales we're getting are going to be baleage again. They're going to be wrapped. So in order to move them without damaging the wrap, you got to have a special grabber. So the guy I'm buying the hay from's got one he's bringing with, but my skid steer won't run it. So he's going to bring his over and unload that for me.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
The more hay, the more you pay.
Yeah. That should be some really nice hay. This hay here is pretty nice, and I would just continue to do this, but I don't have enough. There's only maybe 250 bales or so left up there, and that's not enough. Not enough to get me through. I mean, if spring were to come early, it might be enough to squeeze by, but without that, without knowing, you know, we could get a lot of snow yet March and April here, so nice to have a little extra and be on the safe side. You notice too, we got a couple different styles of feeder out here. These are just a square tubing steel one. This one doesn't have the full skirting on the bottom, it's just open. The last one we filled had the skirted bottom, which is just for to kind of help hold the hay in, and it does help a little, but the trouble with that skirting is sometimes that tends to come loose and fall off anyway, or sometimes it's more of an issue. And it seems like they all waste some anyway. And that first feeder we filled, I just bought that kind of beginning of mid-winter here. That's a plastic one. I believe it's a Century brand, I think. I did a little bit of research on it before I bought it. It's made out of a special kind of pipe. I think it's the same type of material they use for like natural gas line or something like that. And so far I really like it. I've seen some of those plastic ones that are like a yellow color, or maybe some are white, and it doesn't seem like they kind of break and stuff. So far this one's been good. I know one of the guys at where I bought it, he had a couple and he liked them other than the fact they're really light, and his cattle had big horns. They would actually be able to flip it up off the bale. So far I haven't had that issue.
Because we don't have cows that have horns.
Yeah.
We just have cows that have little tiny horns.
But so far I really like it. You know, well, this one I bought used on an auction. The other one there with the skirting on the bottom, my grandpa bought those new. They were unpainted. They're a real nice heavy feeder, and I mean that feeder is probably 20 years old. The only issue with it is they've got a ring around the very bottom, a steel ring. Same as like this around each level, and that rusts off from sitting just in the manure and stuff over time. You can buy replacement ones, which I need to do. I've got a couple of those feeders that need them fixed, but with that plastic one, in theory, it should, you know, it's never going to rust out. And I think the bolts might even be that hold it together might be stainless. I haven't looked at them that close, but. So, you know, as far as price-wise, I think that plastic one was about just under $300. You know, the metal ones, you can buy a cheap metal one for maybe a couple hundred that might only last you the winter. But you can buy better ones that might last you 20 years. So we'll see how it goes, but for so far, I like it.
And they cleared off that whole slab that had all the equipment parked on it from the shed cave-in. They got it kind of moved all around the farm. This is the first time we've ever bought a semi-load of hay, so it's pretty cool. It's really, really good quality hay. I think the relative food value on it's like a 160 on some of it, and then even higher on the rest of it. So it was a big investment, but if the cows milk better because they're getting much better quality hay than what we could ever dream of making here, it's definitely worth it. Here's Alan's other brother, there's Paul. I think you saw his feet in the last video, but that was about it.
Hey, Paul.
is that?
This is the test. There's two different kinds. There's one bale.
Yeah, I don't think I heard any of that.
There's one bale of fourth crop on there that he had at home. That's not test right.
Yeah, being as these are wrap bales, you don't want to poke a hole in the wrap and let a bunch of air in. So they have a squeezer that they bring right with them. So it fit on Connor's skid steer, so that's why we had to borrow that.
No, I'm just looking at them.
The front's wet, the back's dry.
Oh, okay.
So what's a good number?
Depends on what you're looking for.
I don't know what I'm looking for.
Because this is a good lab.
Yep.
So the front of this is 38%. The back of this is 18.
Okay.
Somewhere on here it says protein. That's your protein. That's your protein.
Okay.
Because this is grass, the 138 and the 163 are the numbers
Yep.
you want to look at.
Yep.
The 3,000 pounds of milk is really good. The 2,800 pounds of milk is where it's supposed to be good. So
Yep,
this
yep.
is better, but that stuff,
That's the front stuff. This here.
yeah. If it's going to dry cows, you got to be careful because these potassium numbers are really
They're high. Yeah. No, this will probably be going for the. I got some dry, just grass, dry hay, cow hay from my dad.
So I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive. That is a nice looking Peterbilt.
I think since they got some hay left from yesterday. Ooh, that smells good. No, once we feed the bale up, it'll be there.
Oh, it smells so good.
It does smell so good.
Hi everybody, today we're going to do something a little different here. I want to take a little bit of time and mention give out some thanks. The other night, Saturday night, we were getting subscribers pouring in like crazy and weren't really sure why. And then we had somebody comment that they had seen a shout out for us on a channel called Veeser Cattle Co. So we looked it up, and sure enough, there was a video of shout outs. We looked it up and watched the video, and he gave us more than a shout out. It was a really nice compliment to our channel, and we were very moved by it. It was really nice, and I just want to give him, as Ben Veeser is his name, I want to give him a big thank you for what he did. It really helped our channel out, and I encourage you to check out his channel. Again, it's Veeser Cattle Company. I haven't had a chance to watch too many of his videos yet, but from what I've seen, they have a really nice operation there, really, informative, good videos, and I encourage you to check that out. And I really appreciate, again, thank you to him for doing that. It really helped boost our subscriber count a lot. And I would like to thank all of our subscribers who have subscribed and who have stuck with us, and I hope you like the videos. Now that we're getting into spring, we'll be getting more into field work, planting, stuff like that, haying, so some of you that might be waiting for that will be coming. So that's, hopefully if you like them, anybody that's interested, please subscribe again. Hope you liked our content in that. And another thing I'd like to pay forward what Ben Veeser did for us is I'd like to give a shout out to a channel called Working Horses with Jim. I know we've had a couple of videos of working with my dad's horses, and people seem to like them. And this guy has some really good, they're not super long videos, but he has really good horses, and does a lot of logging. I think he does some field work as well, so I encourage you to check that out. And really like his videos. So if you like the horse thing, I would also check out that. And thanks everybody again for watching. Please like and subscribe, and God bless everyone out there.